Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode of Job with the Gyms. My name is Jim Meyer, broker associate at Remax Gold, and I'm here with my good buddy Jim Felipe from the Felipe Law Firm. Jim, I've referred him a lot of clients. None of them have gone to jail yet, and I think we got a great track record, don't we?
We do, and probably it's going to stay that way considering I don't practice criminal defense.
Okay,
So,
you and your details. See,
yeah.
look at how honest this guy is. Jim, question: what is a gift deed?
So a gift deed could be a lot of different things. Most of the time, you'll see that as a life estate. It creates a life estate, which just basically means that you're giving a house to someone during their lifetime, and then when they die, it goes to someone else. It could go back to you. It could go back to another person. And so it's one of the ways that in years of the past, they did some lower level estate planning. And I've seen it, you know, it's always funny. I'm involved in a few different Facebook groups, and I always see, and just, we'll talk about that on another one and how to refer attorneys and whatnot. But I always see really terrible legal advice when it comes to estate planning and how you can avoid paying an attorney to do it the right way. And life estate comes up every once in a while on Facebook, and I just cringe because, life estates is not one of those types of documents that can be amended at some point in the future. And, it was something that was done not even all that regularly 50, 60 or more years ago, but certainly more prevalent back then than it was now. And, we're running into it, as this, generation that, is the great generation, and now the baby boomers, they're passing, and we're talking about the biggest transfer of wealth in the history of the human race. We're going to run into these issues because you may have a life estate that was created by a gift deed from 50, 60 plus years ago, and it creates unintended consequences, especially when it comes to how you can use that property. And so if you're considering, someone gave you this advice to, use a life estate or, own property jointly as a joint tenant with a child or something, run that past an attorney, because there's a lot of issues that can come of that later that can cost you a whole lot more money than you're saving on a estate plan from an attorney. So, again, like I said yesterday, penny wise and pound foolish, and that's what
Exactly. So somebody has a deed and they want you to look at it. That's something in your wheelhouse, obviously.
oh yeah.
And there is a chance that before they sell their house, they might have to go to court. Am I right?
Yeah, and if you're a real estate agent watching this too, I'm more than well, if you want to run something past me, I'm more than happy to help you. If you should be reviewing your prelims before you do sign that listing agreement. I'd be happy to go over that stuff. I know your title companies will do that stuff too. But obviously, before you spend time and money listing and selling a house, get us involved, because especially when you're dealing with probate and decedent estates, there's a lot of issues. There's been plenty of times I get these phone calls that the deals at escrow, everybody's signing ready to close the next day, and they just found out that they need to do probate. Well, probate's a 8 to 12 month on a good fast track probate, and you're obviously going to lose the
Here,
buyer.
here, I was feeling guilty on the couple deals that I've done where we found out there are legal problems after we got a signed contract. You're saying you're actually finding people figure that out after the loan is funded and they're trying to sell. That means somebody was not paying attention. Somebody was asleep at the wheel, correct?
That somebody was asleep at the wheel. There's been other situations, with the prevalence of electronic signatures. If one of the parties doesn't have capacity, but they were miraculously able to electronically sign documents throughout the process, and you get down to the end of the notary's there, and that person clearly lacks capacity, the notary's not going to have them sign the document. So there's that issue too. So just
Wow.
because you got away with it till the end doesn't mean you're going to get away with it once the notary comes along. So involve an attorney. An attorney's going to protect you, protect your family, make sure that things are done properly. And if you or your real estate agent needs help, give me a call. It's If there needs to be actual legal work done, the fee that you pay us to do that is going to be a whole lot cheaper than having to fix it later in court, or pay the buyer damages for having them go through the whole process and then come to find out you never had the right to sell the house. That's I can't imagine what that conversation's like.
Yeah, that's horrible. Okay, Jim, I think you dropped some more knowledge bombs on us,
Ooh,
and our one viewer. So if you're watching this on YouTube, could you please subscribe? I've only got 510 subscribers, and I think I've been on YouTube for what, like 50 years now, maybe 20, 15, I don't know.
thank
But
you.
you'd think I'd have, I think most of them just I got by accident. And our average viewership of each show is one person. So to that one person, I don't know if it's the same person every time, but we thank you.
Cheers.
And
Cheers. We
yes,
appreciate you. You
God
make it.
bless you. So, Jim, you coming back tomorrow?
I'll be here. I want to talk to you about how to refer professionals. I
Oh,
think that's
let's talk about how to refer professionals tomorrow. Another exciting episode of Java with the Gyms.